the President, the Commander-in-Chief, to deliver his keynote address. Madam First Lady, you have the honor to invite
Okay. You see, in the military is command. So now we don't tell me say no more la kola. Like if I don't there, I mean look forward for like can near me say play will smile before I go sit down. You know. But it's a pleasure since I am not introducing the Commander-in-Chief. Because how can you introduce a Commander-in-Chief in front of young people? I know you all know my husband. And the few things you don't know about my husband is the fact that it's a bit iron close bad. You know? Even me as a woman, I can shame something where I don't try for iron, where mother be an iron and close, when they meet up, then you know say they don't meet up. But where you see no more mother be in close, don't say this one, Fatima not right today. That in a one secret one, I don't know. And the other secret where people don't know, I don't be sabi for cook cassava leaf. I don't be sabi for cook potato leaf. By the time mother be you don't show me how for cook cassava leaf and potato leaf. You know, being a Maningo woman, everybody knows say when they talk about Maningo, you get for talk about basi, you get for talk about granite soup, you get for talk about chakri, lafidi. So, in fact, when mother been married me, we not make announcement. This man a ninja. Now, newspaper, no more people just read. Mother Biodongo married one actress. The next day I see, now one newspaper, and say, na di chakri, na him don't catch Mother Biodongo. So, the chakri, it don't last for 11 years. And they can't change the chakri now. And they can't learn how to do pemaon. So that the pemaon self will last another 11 years. Then we see you come up and the pemaon now. I want to now I will begin go salad. You know. But ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome His Excellency retired Brigadier General.
Let's sit down, please. Madam First Lady, Ministers and Deputy Ministers of Government, Chief of Defense Staff, Assistant Chiefs, Senior Management of Defense, representative of the American International University, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, the leadership of the security sector present here today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this very important meeting. Before I get there was something that captured my attention and imagination that I must talk about. You know, when the young sailor was here entertaining us, they had put a lot of money on the ground there. What most people did not see was the trained eye of a sailor. Now I know he's a good sailor. Somebody put some dollars there. And like an eagle, he saw, even when he was busy, he saw the dollars, and this one he said, this one I have to account for this. He picked the dollars and put it in his pocket. Basic tactics, not so. They teach every soldier that one. To learn to see. Even when the bush is thick, you must observe and see the enemy. This time not the enemy, but the dollar. Thank you, Mr. Sailor. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Martin Luther King Jr. who once said, I don't want to spend my life picking up people by the side of the road after they've been beaten up and robbed. I want to change the Jericho Road so that everybody has an opportunity for a job, education, security, and health. Today, we are here because this project renews our commitment, this new direction government, to change from the road to Jericho to the new direction highway, which offers access to job creation, quality education, and affordable health care. Therefore, let me start by commending the leadership of the Madam Fatima Bioko Foundation, the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, and the American International University for this breathtaking initiative to establish the American International University in Sierra Leone at the 34 Military Hospital. For some of us who have been around the military for a little while, we know that there has been neglect of military infrastructure around the whole country. We are all witnesses to that. When I took over, the mere sight of it and the depth of the problem, the enormity is such that you are even scared to start. So when I chose this facility to be built the way it is today, the officers' mess and the accommodation, and now the 34 Military Hospital, which is a totally private venture, and now the teaching hospital, the teaching university, it was intentional. You must start somewhere. Some of those have been at now Leone, I don't know how it is called now. It used to be a garrison when I was there. So this was where you were. You have to come and fix Leone. But for me, this is the headquarters. In as much as I was in Leone, I think I slept here more of the time than any other place, because I had two friends here. One is late, Major Abu Tarawadi of blessed memory, but one is still alive, General Keita. So for me, this is an important starting point. Rome was not built in a day. This I want to say to us in the military. I've taken up the uniform, but my training and discipline is still military. I am still one of you. I cannot afford to dress like this every day. In fact, it's even better because, you know, one of the things that happened to military men, I thought I had a lot of clothes until I retired. Then I realized I didn't have shoes because I could not use the boots to go out, and I had to change my wardrobe. That took me a while to actually get a lot of clothes, because then you realize that it is also expensive to be a bloody civilian. as you normally call them. This initiative demonstrates the power of partnership and underpins my belief that the private sector, where the private sector has the knowledge and resources to deliver quality education, we as a government must create the enabling environment for them to succeed. This is what we are doing here. This project combines two important components of our human capital development program: healthcare and education. It is indisputable that healthcare and education are the pillars of progressive society and a pathway for elevating poor and marginalized populations to a thriving and sustainable future. In April 1988, the first medical school, College of Medicine and Allied Sciences, was established by the government of Sierra Leone to produce doctors, nurses, pharmacists, biomedical scientists, and laboratory technicians to improve the healthcare delivery system in Sierra Leone. For over 3 decades, Sierra Leone still has only one medical school, which produces 50 doctors per year, as has already been alluded to. The World Health Organization's standard doctor to population ratio is 1 doctor to every 1,000. Sierra Leone needs to produce an estimated 5,000 doctors to meet the WHO standard doctor to population ratio. If Sierra Leone is producing only 50 doctors per year, it will take about 100 years to produce 5,000 doctors, by which time none of you will be here to tell that story. This is a human capital challenge that must be addressed, and that is why we are here today. Generally, health training institutions in Sierra Leone are also challenged by underfunding, inadequate infrastructure, and technical and material shortages of qualified educators. Sadly, our country's capacity to deliver basic health services has been hampered by shortage of health workforce and inequality in distribution of health workers. In 2018, my government inherited a health sector which is characterized by poor health infrastructure, poor governance and management of health delivery, a weak human resource base, low healthcare financing, and poor performance on key health indicators. In the last 5 years, despite the twin global economic crises, of COVID and COVID-19 pandemic, and the Ukraine war, my government has increased the annual budgetary allocation to healthcare from 6% in 2018 to 11.6% in 2021. We have constructed and rehabilitated 200 more health facilities nationwide. We have supported the specialist training of our doctors in country. We have trained almost 1,500 midwives. We have reduced infant and maternal mortality rate below the West African average, as you heard the minister speak, in just 5 years. This is not a coincidence. It is the function of policies and actions that are well targeted, tailored and targeted interventions. We have reduced stunting rates among children under 5 below the African average, and we have increased children's immunization rates, and we are among the highest in Africa. Despite these remarkable achievements in just 5 years, we are still determined to do more. We have only a few weeks to election, and by now everybody thinks government is closed, but we are here. We will work till the very last day. This is why the American International University Initiative provides a suitable opportunity not only to produce more health professionals and strengthen the existing health workforce, but also provide quality education marked by academic excellence, research and innovation, global perspective and diversity and inclusion. Today, this turning of the sword ceremony, we mark the construction of a world-class campus, which will include teaching and training facility, state-of-the-art audiovisual classrooms, and laboratories incorporating new technologies for training, library, and other student services. I've been informed that as an international institution, the American International University is committed to providing a rigorous educational experience that prepares our students to be global citizens who can engage effectively with diverse cultures and perspectives. No doubt, the importance of a global perspective in today's interconnected world and preparing students to be global citizens to engage in diverse cultures is of great importance. Additionally, the American International University is expected to cater for 4,000 students, who will include both local and international. It will offer various courses across the health profession and promote educational tourism to attract international students, thereby serving the critical need for trained healthcare professionals in the sub-region. The university is also expected to collaborate with other local and foreign academic institutions. Therefore, I'm pleased to know that so far there has been productive engagement among the American International University, the University of Sierra Leone, the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education. You all have a collective responsibility to ensure we maintain the highest standard in teaching professional courses. I'm also optimistic about the potential partnership between the 34 Military Hospital and the American International University. Over the years, 34 Hospital has been a premier tertiary hospital which has served as a referral for thousands of citizens and a focal medical facility to address national health emergencies as demonstrated during Ebola outbreak and the COVID-19 pandemic. I've been informed that the partnership between 34 Military Hospital and the American International University will mark the transition of the 34 Military Hospital into a teaching hospital. This is expected to improve clinical services, laboratory services, diagnostic capacity, and systems in the hospital. I'm also informed that the revenue generated by the university will be used to support operations of the 34 Military Hospital. To the partners, the Mother and Fatima Bio Foundation, the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, and the American International University, always remember that partnerships are not dependent on mere common goal, but a shared path of desire, determination, and passion to accomplish the common goal. We want to provide quality health care to our people, and therefore this is another major move by this government to support and create the enabling environment for this to happen. I assure you all of my government support and my personal commitment as you embark on this construction phase. We have been assured that this is not the construction that will take 5 years. Within 2 years, 2.5 years, we are going to push them to deliver within 2 years. Dr. Shukra, you have to deliver. you are operating in a military environment. If you want to work at night, you make sure you work at night. We don't want the construction to take too long. I will end by leaving you with these words, that every great building must show that its beauty and foundation stands on the test of time. Therefore, I hope the American International University will stand the test of time in Sierra Leone. On that note, I thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, and good luck to us all as we approach another cardinal point in the history of this country. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Esteemed invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I think we respectfully require another resounding applause for His Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your keynote address. Your Excellency, sir, Madam First Lady, distinguished invited guests, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have the vote of thanks. Immediately after the vote of thanks, we are expecting the national anthem, and from the national anthem, we are moving to a construction site just across the road here. So everybody is also expected to witness. But please, the movement is firstly the high table, followed by other invited guests, and the rest of all will follow later. So without much ado, for the vote of thanks, I want to respectfully invite Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Promotia Anita George, who is the head of department for maternity at the 34 Military Hospital, to deliver the vote of thanks. You are respectfully invited.
His Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, President, retired Brigadier General Julius Mata Bio, Her Excellency, Madam Dr. Fatima Mata Bio, Honorable Minister of Defense, Honorable Minister of Health, and Minister of Education, and all other honorable ministers and the deputies, the Diplomatic Corps, Chief of Defense Staff of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, all other generals of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, senior officers of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the Fourth Estate, good afternoon. I am Lieutenant Colonel Promotia George. I'm a doctor at the 34 Military Hospital. It is an honor today to stand here to give the vote of thanks for such a history-making event, groundbreaking event, pun intended. Mr. President, sir, we cannot thank you enough for making health and education your priority. The saying goes that education breeds confidence. confidence breeds hope, and hope breeds peace. And sir, I want to let you know that giving the people education, you have, in other words, giving them confidence, hope, and peace of mind. Madam First Lady, we cannot thank you enough for such a laudable project. We thank you for being such a formidable wife to the President and to your foundation for thinking of 34 military hospital. And you yourself have said that 34 is your baby, and you so want everything to be around them. Trust me, you're one rival that we're very comfortable around, and we don't mind having you as a rival. Madam, I am a proud graduate of the College of Medicine and Allied Health Sciences. And also, I double as a lecturer at the College of Medicine. There are a lot of strides being made to push education and medical studies in this country. But however, we are faced with tremendous challenges in the area of availability of space and in the area of human resources and other resources. Ma, I want you to know that this project is a laudable project in which would help to move education, especially in the health sector in Sierra Leone. It is much needed. To the representative of the American International, he said I can call him Dr. Dinash. Thank you so much, sir, for coming all the way to help this country and to see that things work out in Sierra Leone and to partner with us to build this kind of project. Sir, there are many questions that we have in our minds, but I am happy you said yourself that you are operating on an open door policy. The questions will surely come, and there are many, but I trust that we will take it one step at a time, because a journey of 1,000 miles started with one step, and now we are about to take the first step. Thank you very much, sir. To the ministers, Minister of Defense, Minister of Health, so much has been said about the work that you've done with Minister of Education, sorry, sir, with running with the project. We want to thank you for not only holding on to it, but also running with it and taking it the way that you have done. Sir, history would have been made and your names will surely be written down to say that you are part of making this history. To the Commander-in-Chief, to the Chief of Defense Staff and my Honorable Commanding Officer, I say thank you again for representing us in such a way that we can say 34 can lift up their head. I enjoyed when the Madam First Lady was talking about her experience with the 34 hospital. I want to say thank you, sir. Thank you, Commanding Officer, and thank you to the staff of 34 for making us proud, for standing up a day like today with our heads held high, and for us to hear them say that 34 is one of the best hospitals, if not the best, in the whole of the nation. Thank you for steering the ship so well, like you've always done. Thank you so much, sir. And to all of us present here, I hope I haven't forgotten anybody, but we are all important. I want us to know that Education is very important, and I thank you for taking your time off to be here to see history be made. We thank you so much. And please let this not be the last. Keep us in your prayers, and not only that, you can also help in whatever way you can. Thank you so much for your presence, and thank you all for listening.
Wow. Let me thank Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Thomas Anita George for thanking us. Well done. Thank you very much. We now come to a very important item. But before then, please be reminded that after the national anthem, we are moving to the construction site. As I earlier announced, please let us give opportunity for our guests of honor and also the high table to lead us, followed by the other invited guests. And from here, just after the road, and that is going to be across the road, is the construction site. The military police, you are also respectfully informed to regulate the traffic there, because very soon people will be moving out, and also do that for us. So soon we are almost coming to the end of this very important program. May I now respectfully request that we rise so that we have the national anthem. Over to you, Armed Forces Regimental. Very important program, a program that goes down into the archives of the armed forces. This is the first segment. We are respectfully moving to the construction site to have the turning of the shop. As required by the Let me respectfully remind you that another key activity that will be coming up for the Republican Armed Forces is the passing out parade, God willing, at the Armed Forces Training Center, Benin Barracks, on the 26th day of this month this year. Let me thank you very much for coming. It has been a very, very interesting event. Do not forget that the Armed Forces passing out presidential permission passing out parade for this year for the specialist officer elect will take place at the Armed Forces Training Center in Barracks on Friday, May 2022. There will be invitation to engineer organization and one minute.